Mic check, mic check. Morning Masters Podcast, your host, Main, of course. Back with another episode. I got special guest across me, man. Mr. Puerto Reefa.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Working, man. Working, putting that work in, grinding, trying to take this thing to the next level.
Yeah, I see you making moves, man. I see you making moves. I seen an article about you. You posted about you making big moves in Atlanta, too. In Atlanta.
Yeah.
What's that like, working in Atlanta?
Being in Atlanta, man, is a little different from Augusta. It's like more opportunities, but I know a lot of people may say that, but you really can feel like people just want to grab you. You know, I got this contact. You just bumping into people, especially if you go into those seminars. If it's webinars or if it's
Right.
in the studio, or you may just be out in the mall and bump into people and just talking through conversation.
I know people be anti Atlanta or anti because they feel like, oh, you can do the same thing here. But we'll get into your story. But for somebody like you who's known out here anyway,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people don't account for sometimes is a lot of times when you homegrown and you from a place,
Yeah.
the fact that you homegrown, like they'll dismiss you sometimes.
Yeah.
Not saying they don't F with you, they don't rock with you, but it's like, oh, I can always get Puerto Rico. I can always get to him. I just go down. I go down by the way. Or I go over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to Atlanta or not even Atlanta, just a different area, a new area, and you somewhere where they don't know you, and they're intrigued.
Yeah.
You're not homegrown.
Yeah.
They're like, where'd you come
no
from?
No ties.
You know?
No.
And it has to be either genuine, and it cannot be genuine, but it feels genuine because they don't know you from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, being home, you can capture some things, and it be disingenuous because they know who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know who they are, but they know who you are. So it's a real fickle thing. So I get what you're saying when you say that. I know typically when somebody say that, then you get this whole spiel of you ain't gotta go to Atlanta, you ain't gotta go to Atlanta.
Man.
I'm not anti, but I will say if you go there, you need to go there with a purpose.
Yeah.
You can't just go there and think because you're there,
Yeah.
you're gonna get better service or better opportunities. You have to go ahead and capitalize on all the opportunities in front of you while you're there, right?
Yeah.
But I want to get into it, just like how I normally do here. I get into the person just to get to know them a little bit as we talking, and I feel like we'll play a song later just to kind of get a feel of you. But I want to get to know you. So let's start out with where you from? Where you born and raised? The article said Atlanta. It's not true.
It's Atlanta. Yeah. At the top, man. That's where the little controversy started. They seen the top, and in the bold print when the 24 Hip Hop did the article on me coming off of South by Southwest when I went out there and I was promoting. But the article read what it say, artist from Atlanta, as the hot single PME on the rise. But if you read at the bottom, it say by way of Augusta. So it's right. Typically the people gonna see what's in the bold print.
Well, that just means somebody read.
Oh, exactly.
You ain't gotta say. I'm gonna say it. That mean they won't read it.
Yeah. But so it's crazy because I got a lot of love from it. A lot of people are sharing it. We salute you, keep going. They proud of me. They in my inbox. They calling me. But you got a couple of people that was on there that shared it, and they was like, "Here we go, Pastor Troy is it's another Pastor Troy situation." To where they say, because from my understanding is Pastor Troy is not from Augusta,
right?
But they say he from Augusta, but they say it was a situation to where other people made their beef bigger than what it was, and it was kind of resolved or whatever. So I just think that people just before they just say something, why won't you just support first? And that's something that I never got. Like, my mentality is, if I know you from Augusta and I see you trying to support your family, I see you making moves to create generational wealth, you trying to go to that next tax bracket to where you can have a better life for you and your family, automatically I'm going to support you. I'm not going to be like thinking negative or pessimist or trying to bring you down. And that's one thing that Augusta has, is that crab in the barrel mentality, which I hate, but instead of just uplifting, you got the people that just, I don't know if it's they haven't experienced, I don't know, because You know, some people in Augusta who never left Augusta,
Yeah,
or they
it's
or they
definitely
maybe just went to
experience.
Columbia or Atlanta, maybe, but they never left the state. They never left, United States, and then went on the West Coast and never been to airplane. You got people that's 40 and 50 and still acting like they in their 20s or in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We see it every day. So it's like, man, and I'm not saying everybody, because I got people in the city that love and support me. And once I got to a certain level, I seen that I started disconnecting myself for those type of people that think that way. And now I see Augusta different, by me and you
Mm-hmm.
um, working together in the past in the field that we was in. We
Yeah,
bumped into a
yeah,
lot of people that was real crafty, that build houses, and you see a lot of millionaires, young millionaires, or on the rise or in the ballpark, and it's like, man, these people live in a whole different world. They got a whole different mindset. There's no negative energy. There's no that just that aura of bringing somebody else down. It's,
yeah.
it's always uplifting. So when you connect yourself with those people in the Augusta, you be like, oh, okay, Augusta is not what I once thought it was.
I always say it's the saying I have. It says you're gonna get as far as the people around you for no reason. So a lot of
Yeah,
times, if you're around people that got negative thoughts, you normally either you start to attract those negative thoughts as well, and you start to believe in that, and you start to act in that.
yeah,
And if you're around people that got not like positive thoughts or that's thinking outside the box, you
yeah,
tend to get more creative. You tend to run into more opportunities for no reason, just because
yeah.
you're around people that's around people that's around people that's
You're right.
all doing positive stuff. So it's no different than somebody that and we all grew up a certain way, so of course, but you living in poverty, so of course you got a poverty mindset.
Yeah,
It's either you can have it or I can have it. I want it from you. It's a poverty mindset.
yeah,
You can get your own, but I'm gonna take yours.
yeah,
Poverty mindset, right?
yeah,
But then you have people who don't have a poverty mindset, and it's like, oh, I can work with that person. We can make double what we doing right now.
mm,
It's about protecting energy, about who
yeah,
you got around you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, that was I like what you think.
And it's crazy to go back to the me going to Atlanta. It's like, I was learning about forex and foreign exchange and learning how to trade currency. Like I say, with the webinar and the seminar,
Mm-hmm.
you just learn so much stuff. To It's like, once you see certain stuff, your whole train of thought just change, and you just want to automatically think positive. And that's why with the song I say, I went on a spiritual journey. I cut out some friends I thought that was close to me. Meditating my body, I'm lighting the sage in search of a higher peace. Cut the ties to my soul, the baggage is gone. I feel like I'm finally free, protecting my energy. So it's like, I really went on a spiritual journey. I disconnected from social media. I be honest with you, I left my religion because of, I don't know if you ever went down that rabbit hole with you started
YouTube and
with the
stuff.
Illuminati,
Oh,
and then
nah, 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 nah,
I don't
nah.
know if you went down that rabbit hole, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I went to
I know some people.
yeah,
I ain't do
you
it
get
though.
caught up in that YouTube stuff, man. But a lot of the stuff was good information, like just watching Hidden Colors. I don't know if you're familiar with that, with the Moors.
Heard of it.
Yeah, it's just just information that you just keep. You just want to find that. Sometimes you just be curious about knowledge, and you just want
Yeah.
to keep one. So sometimes going in that direction, you just open your mind to different stuff.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it, man. So tell people where you from, born and raised, like what part of where you from you grew up at, like what was childhood? Let's get into childhood. What is childhood like
Okay.
for you?
Born and raised here in Augusta.
What? No,
Yeah,
I'm playing.
chill out,
Playing.
man. You see, I got the latest state temperature ring on.
Yeah, I know the vibes. I already know the vibes.
And look, it's crazy because I have it on in the picture. I'm like, I guess. But yeah, man, grew up in the bottom, River Glen, Delta Mountain, went to Craig Houghton, went to East Augusta, graduated from Laney. And early on, it's an early childhood, growing up. For the people that really know me, know that I jumped off the porch early. So like a lot of the people that I see now or seen, that's living that life of, just partying or whatever they getting into, I kind of did it early because my childhood, I was hanging around people that was 5 years older than me. Like my best friend, ODM JoJo, he 5 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And so all the people around me was kind of older. Like playing basketball, I was always advanced because I was always with the older guy. So I
All
learned.
right, now I don't know about that. Now. What you talking
Hey,
about?
I
Man?
was
Come
always
on,
just,
come
hey,
on,
look.
come on, come on, come on,
See,
come on, man.
you don't know the old, you know what I'm saying? You don't know the old me when I was going crazy, like really, really going crazy with basketball and football. But, you know, but that I ain't really have a curfew because my mom was on drugs. My dad left us and went back to New York. So um, we was me and my brother was staying with my grandma. And my grandma took in my uncle kids also.
At what age is this? Like, what age is?
So this
Give me a timeline for your life when this is.
So let's say I say like around first grade.
6 years old.
First grade, around that time, my dad left, and that's when we was kind of transitioning from my mom and dad to my grandma's house. So I like second and third grade. So third grade, I don't know what it is about third grade. I think that third grade is kind of like your eyes just open up or whatever. But mine went to and it's crazy looking back on it now. It's kind of like I was just bullying everybody. I was just acting out of now looking back on it, I can see that I really just wanted a mother and father in my home.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at all the other kids around me, like they got mothers and fathers. They wearing nice clothes because now, my grandma, she was struggling to take care of all of us, so resources were very limited. So I'm dusty, you know what I'm saying? Holding my shoes, all that. So, it's crazy because a lot of the tough guys now I see, I was like, man, I used to be bullying them back in the day. It's crazy. I know they know, but you know what I'm saying. But I was horrible, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was I used to just come to class.
Was it rage, jealousy? What was it?
No, man. I said, I just really like now that I'm older, just looking back, I really just wanted a mom and dad in the home. I just wanted those nice clothes and stuff, but I didn't know how to express myself then. So, man, I literally would go in the classroom and just flip the desk over. Like, the school police would be running after me. I'd just run around the school doing whatever. Like, I was outrageous, man. So, middle school.
What stopped that? Because I know you mentioned playing sports, and you can't get sports without certain behavior and certain grades. So what stopped that behavior for you, and when did it stop?
Okay. So elementary school, man, look, it's crazy because I had a grill. I had like 2 tattoos going into middle school. 5th grade summer, I got 2 tattoos.
And so you was 10 years old with a tattoo?
Yeah. I got 2 tattoos. So by the time 7th grade here, I had like 8 tattoos. But see, that go back to what I was saying. I had people around me that was older than me, and my grandma couldn't really handle us really. So I ain't had no curfew. So if you from the bottom, if you River Glen, Delta Mountain, that area down there, you learn fast. You pick up on stuff fast. So I used to watch the dope boys go, stash their bomb, and I'm dribbling the basketball up and down the street. So they ain't even paying attention to me. I always had a ball in my hand because I stayed at May Park like every day. So or either Delta Mountain or hooping. So seen them stashing the bomb. Next thing you know, I go steal it. Next thing you know, I'm selling weed to try to get some clothes and shoes. And, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start going to the middle schools and see who I was smoking. Going to the high school. Even though I was younger, I had the older mentality. Like I said, I was around older people. So I seen them using their girlfriends' cars. Like they'll drop their girl off at work and use their car and come back and kind of hustle and whatever. And then, around the time they go pick them up, they go pick her up. So I kind of was noticing, I guess I was picking up on how you survive.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got to get me an older woman. So that's what was like around that time, middle school, I had women 26, 25, I was in rental cars driving to middle school.
All right,
on
now
the
hold
side.
up, time out. Now. Come on, now. It's me now. Come on, I'm gonna ask these questions now. I can't just let it rock. All right, so you're saying you was in middle school?
Middle school, yeah.
What middle school you went to, man?
East Augusta, man. East Augusta.
East Augusta.
Yeah.
All right, you in East Augusta. All right.
Yeah. But I didn't make it. Like I never made it past probably 1 month or 2 months because I go to alternative school. Like I fought the police officer one time. I was in the bathroom selling weed. And he tried to.
No. I got that.
Go ahead.
Nah, yeah, I see what you're doing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. So you
go ahead.
Middle school.
Yeah.
you got to rent a car, all right?
Yeah.
So I got one question real quick. How?
Man, I had to gift the gab, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was charming. Like, I really was like, I learned a lot from them guys from the bottom. I'm telling you, man, like
Now I understand
tapping
that,
into survival mode, you learn very quick. Like you gotta use what you got. Like,
but I also understand hanging at people that was 5 years older. I did the same thing. And
Okay.
a lot of times you end up being in places you got no business at that age.
Exactly.
So you grow up quicker, right? So I get that.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm saying like, wait, I get it, but how? Like,
which
you saying to get the gab, but I feel like you jumping around, you jumping over something like.
Man,
how
I got the game,
rental,
like
get in your hands?
um
So you get money to somebody else, they gonna get it for you.
So
You making it
basically,
sound like you just went up there and say, "Yo, it's me, man."
oh nah,
It's me, baby. You know what
No,
I'm
I'm just saying, like I was taking the girl's car who I was talking to at the time, and
You hung with older women though, so
Yeah.
they would help out as well.
so yeah,
I'm assuming.
so by me being with older people around my age, I mean that was 5 years older than me, I was typically talking to their sibling of their significant other. So let's say my partner talking to a girl, the sister would probably be around their age. So I just quickly get put on like that, and I always lie about my age.
So you was 13, just saying I'm 17.
17. I'm strong. It's crazy looking back on those pictures. I'm like, dang.
In the rental, and nobody said nothing. Nobody said, "Hey, I go to school with this guy." Nobody said nothing.
But see, I started school late and I got kept back, so I was 2 years behind anyway in my.
Oh, you was a grown man. Got you. You was a grown man. Now I'm playing. But okay, now that make a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
Because then obviously you look older, so even though you still not the right age,
Exactly.
you just look older.
Cause like I say, you know, in our mind, I guess we thought we was grown, but when you look back on the picture, you like, dang, well, I was strong, little, I'm nothing like a
That's
little.
another thing. So I don't want to get to that. I'll wait till you get to the Laney part. All right. So
Okay.
middle school. All right, you out there, you know, you ace from Paid in Full, you know what I'm saying? You got you got this black side with the Go BBSs, all right, you written it out for the day. You got the 26-year-old woman, you 12, you tell her you 20 years old, okay, got you, she buy it for some reason. All right. What was that life like? Talk about that for a minute if you don't mind. What was that life like being the age you were, but having dealings with grown women, not just 17. I'm assuming it was grown, right?
It's crazy because it was like, it was normal. Like it wasn't. It's like my perception on life just changed real early. So I seen kids like curfews and still playing with toy men, and I'm looking at them like, dang, they so far behind. And I didn't learn how to re-up. I didn't learn how to sell weed. I didn't learn how.
Talking about, you say something about behind.
Huh?
You said they behind because they're not real.
No, I'm just saying. In my mind, I'm like, they don't know nothing about credit cards. They don't know nothing about,
Got you.
you know, just a lot of stuff. I'm like, dang. So, but I started looking at myself. It was just normal to me. So, it was one of those things where it's like, this what it's gonna be. Like I wasn't even thinking about school. Like school wasn't even on my mind. I remember I missed like 100 and some days one year, and thank God for the certain programs and the no child left behind.
What were you doing for 100 days, man?
Man, I was
Driving rental cars?
trapping. I was learning to just survive, man, and like.
But a lot of this came from, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but a lot of this came from too wanting things and your grandma.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
wanting to be
one
before.
stuff-
So it's not
one
like you were
stuff,
doing it to
man,
be
yeah.
cool or just doing it to.
Yeah.
It was a survival technique. You felt like this is, well, I said the poverty mindset.
Yeah, because a
I'ma
lot of
do
people looked
this.
at me and at like, let's say, well, I really don't want to go to Laney, but I just want to say Laney right now. And you probably can have the perception that I came from a good background because how I probably carried myself or how I look or how popular I was at the time. But I was going, I was going through it. We rode the city bus. Then my grandma went to go help out with the soup kitchen, and a lot of those off-brand cereals people laugh about, whatever. That's what I was eating, syrup sandwiches and stuff like that. We really went through that. I remember eating bologna, getting tired of just eating the same stuff over and over. So, and it was times where we didn't have none. So,
Was you one of the kids? I had to say one of those kids, but I gotta word a question that way.
Yeah.
Like, did you look forward to school lunch? Like, oh, something different today.
oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that was
So why you miss 100 days?
After lunch, I ain't gonna lie, it was time to go. In my mind, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Cause see, my mind is already like, I don't even want to do the work. Like I'm not. I already got it in my mind. Cause this is what I'm seeing. I seen the dope boys. This is what I'm seeing. But to answer your question, I don't know if you want to go here yet. But my mind started switching when I started going to alternative school. No. I remember I tried out for middle school in East Augusta football. And I played one game. We played, matter of fact, we played Jeffrey, what school he went to? What school Jeffrey went to middle school, you know?
Jeffrey Menifee?
Yeah. Seago. We played them. That's the only game I played. And I was like, dang, I'm really missing out on this. And then shortly after that, I went to alternative school. But
oh, you made the team?
Yeah,
okay,
I made the team.
Okay, I see
and then,
you.
Look, a week later, I was back in the street. And I just remember Devontae Streetman one time. I seen the bus coming through there, the mountain, and it was like a movie. He just looking at me like this. I'm on the corner, pants sagging. You know what I'm saying? I got weed in my hand. I'm smoking or whatever, and he just come by just shaking his head like, And I always remember that moment because I was like, damn. I started looking at the dope boys in the hood. They riding milk trucks or bicycles. I'm like, damn, these folks 30, and they taking their girl, dropping them off, coming back in the hood, driving around or parking because they don't got no gas money, so now they on the bikes and just making plays in the hood on the bikes. So I'm like, damn, this finna be my life. Like, this is the road I'm finna go down. Even though I was already accepted it, but I didn't see nothing else.
There was nobody, because I hung with older people too, but it was certain rules and certain things. They saw something in you, you had to get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like, you can hang, but that's about it.
Yeah,
You ain't doing that. Nobody was around to say, hey, yo, it's probably more to you than this. Yeah. I get what you're doing, but it's more.
They tried to be on me, but I ain't gonna lie, I was bad, man. Like, bad. Like, think about it. Just to put it in perspective, from 3rd grade all the way up until I say 9th or maybe, like 9th grade going into 10th grade, I say I was smoking weed every other day.
You started smoking weed at 3rd grade?
3rd grade all the way up until I say 10th grade.
You about 10, 9, I guess?
Yeah, up in there, yeah. So you gotta think, I got shot around middle school time. I was in and out of fights. I was breaking into houses. I was trying to steal cars. Like,
hold up.
You
got shot?
Yeah, I got shot, yeah.
All right, let's not skip over that real quick.
Okay.
All right, let's okay.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, let's bring it back. I did a retro scratch. You can't hear it, but I can hear it.
Yeah, man.
How can I ask this?
Well, look, I'll say this, because a lot of people are like, oh, man, I got grazed, but
hey,
you can't tell me I ain't get shot.
Did it burn?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
You got shot.
And look, when I was in 6th grade, I got shot. Even though, it was a graze, I still got the scar, all the stitches, all that. So, yeah. But, it was just, like I say, man, just out there, man, just fighting.
That wasn't one of the things that made you say, oh, let me just change my
mind. Nah, it wasn't that yet. It wasn't
not
that
the
yet.
graze.
No, man.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to tell you, let me tell you what happened. Because like I said, I already made up in my mind, this was finna be my life. Like, I wasn't thinking about school, but I noticed that every situation I always been in, God always brought me somebody for it was somebody always in my life to, like you were saying, was it somebody that always be on top of you? Like, elementary school, middle school, it was Miss Beasley, my godmama, which a lot of people know that, but she was like, one of those guardian angels to come. Middle school, Coach Hunter, he was my coach. I mean, he was the PE coach in middle school. He turned out to be my coach, in high school. We won a state championship, but him and Coach Robinson was both my coaches in high school, but it was also my teachers in middle school. So they was, putting stuff into me that, because, I never knew what a father figure was until I met those two guys and was like, okay, they're giving me some knowledge. I don't understand it. I probably understand it for that little 5 minutes they talking to you. You looking up.
You trying to move away from them.
I'm trying to hit for a little something. Okay. But in my mind, I'm finna get back in the street.
But Rook, I'm sorry. You said no father figure, but so when your dad left, you had no communication for that during this span of time?
Man, we went to New York for a summertime. I say in that 7th grade year. It's like '07 because every year I was in that grade. So '07 I was in 7 because 2012 I was in 12. So '07, we went up there and we stayed for the summertime. And you know what? No, we went early on. Maybe I'll say maybe 4th grade. We went up there for maybe a summertime, and then but we were staying with my grandma. My abuela.
His
So,
mother.
yeah, his mother. So
Your abuela.
yeah,
Okay.
abuela, yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
speak some Spanish.
yeah, piquito.
Small. Yeah, I was in the mall today. They said that,
Yeah.
and I knew what it was. They said, you a military brat? And nah, babe, I'm just smart.
Yeah.
A little smart, that's all.
Paquito, man. But yeah, so I went up there 4th grade for summertime. Then same thing, 7th grade. So it was like every, 4 or 5 years or so. So, and then I think 7th grade was the last time I went up there, as far as being an adolescent before I, went up there older. So I was, getting, I guess, connected with my roots up there too. So I was kind of, like, I was seeing that New York was a whole nother mindset, a whole nother world,
What part he lived in?
man, it was crazy, man. Like just walking and people just bumping, like what the?
What part he lived in?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know what St. John place is?
Yeah.
Brooklyn? Okay. But I got family in Jersey, Staten Island,
Okay.
Bronx, Castle Hill, Soundview, up in the area. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you get shot, you don't learn your lesson, you keep
going.
keep doing.
Yeah, I'm
things.
just out here.
What was it? What? And I know you said the turning point was somebody's looking at you and you was outside. I guess you had an epiphany, like, yo, this is my life. This is crazy.
So as soon as I seen that, and a lot of people, I was already playing basketball. I was
in the neighborhood.
We in the neighborhood, and I was
May
always
Park.
one second to get picked. Well, I'm probably the first one to get picked.
Oh my
but
God!
Second, for sure.
Hold up.
Hey, I'm
Come
just
on,
saying.
come
Hey,
on, come on,
I'm just
man.
saying.
Come on,
I'm just
man.
saying.
Come on.
I was jumping out the gym then. 7th grade, I was jumping out the gym then. So and then
we need some fact checks in this room, man.
Hey, look, they gonna be in the comments. They gonna be in there.
That nigga was lying. I'm sorry.
Look, Quentin Bell, Bubba them, they gonna be in there. But yeah though, man. I would say so. I went to alternative school that last time, and I had to stay there until the remainder of my 8th grade year and the first semester of my 9th grade year. So, like I say, God always sent me people to come in and out of my life. Like it was a Officer Gilmore, which she's still in my life, my godmother. To kind of see me in the street. She used to be patrolling that area down there, and she used to kind of, look out for me, make sure I'm straight, and making sure I'm not getting in no trouble, and always keep giving me the heads up on stuff. But like I said, Miss Beasley was one of them, Coach Hunter, Coach Robinson, but I still ain't get it yet. But once I seen, I don't know, something just switched, and I was in alternative school that last 8th grade going to 9th grade, and I started just doing my work. I started learning. I started paying attention, and then at alternative school, it was one of those things where it was like, everybody here bad. So I kind of got to see like okay, I was like the one that was terrorizing shit in my school. They was like, okay, I'm the only one just terrorizing. Probably a couple more, a couple of us too. Sweater, one of them, Eli Bell, Day Trigger. A couple of was just different, just bad, just out of control. But once I went to alternative school, I was like, okay, everybody like this. Mm-hmm. Everybody is thugged out, everybody gang bang, everybody fighting, everybody on that type of time. And then that's when I seen, I was like, okay, no, I'm different from them, because I know, now I had to see it. I guess I had to really see that to say, okay, I want something different for myself. So that's when I started doing my work. I was like, okay, it's kind of easy. I'm catching on to the work. The next thing you know, I was making straight A's. And alternative, like, that was my first time ever making straight A's. So when it was time for my little hearing to go back, who was the principal at the time? Not Dr. Frazier. It was Mr. Norris. As soon as I came in the hearing, he said, you don't even got to say a word, because he was the assistant principal when I was at East Augusta when I was terrorizing stuff. So I already built up a rep around the CSR, well, I guess in the teacher world, that I was hell. So when I came in for hearing, he didn't even know I was at the school the whole time. he was like, "Oh, you ain't got to say nothing because I guess you gotta, I guess plead your case so you can learn, what you're not gonna do moving forward and all that." As soon as I came in, he was like, "You don't got to say nothing. I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. Don't." He gave me those little words of encouragement. Went to Laney. I couldn't play my ninth grade year because, like I say, I was that first semester I was still at alternative school, so I came second semester. Only thing I could play was soccer, so I played soccer that year. Had to do something. So, but it's crazy because I felt institutionalized because like when I came, like around that time you had to carry your books in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still kind of like like on some institution. Like I came with my books in my hand. Around that time, Jabos I had Jabos. And, everybody at alternative school was wearing boots. It was Jabos or either Dickies and polo boots and white collar shirt. Like that's what it was. So it was like black Dickies, white collar shirt, polo boots. So that's what I wore to school. So everybody looking at me like, well, who the hell is he finna come to school? Like he just got out of jail. So kind of people, like a lot of people was looking at me crazy. But I'm glad Dr. Welcher, because I caught that last year right before Doc left.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on top of me the whole time. I'm talking about he made sure I was in class and he was staying on top of me, which at the time I was like, man, why you riding me like this? Like, I know I'm trying to change my life, but he was kind of like riding me too hard. But I seen, it was a moment we had later on because he paid for my tux for the coordination and prom. He was just telling me how proud he was. And I was just thanking him for being on top of me because that was one of the, another reason. Like I said, God just kept bringing different people in my life.
Right.
But, spur moments that kind of just tell me, no, keep going. And church played a big role in that too, because around that time, Pastor Goodman at Tabernacle,
Right.
we was a group that he mentored. And it was the only group at Laney he mentored. And I was, I guess it was like maybe 10 of us that were just needed some guidance. You could just tell we just needed we was kind of, or whatever, I don't know why we was acting the way we was acting, but I was still kind of transitioning from that mindset, but it was still new to me. So, we had a group of guys that he mentored, and that was a big turning point also, because I started getting more spiritual, even though my grandma was very spiritual. Like she, prayed for me night and day and, teaching me scriptures and everything like that. But seeing it on that level, it was one of the things that I needed. It was very imperative at that time for me to have that person come in my life at that moment.
So you at Lenny. So I know you. So what would you better at? Football or basketball?
Really both. To be
Oh
honest
my
with you.
God.
I'm trying to
Oh my God. Come on, man.
both, man. Look. Okay, look. I say it like this. Football, I never really came out the field. Kickoff, kick return, punt return. I was the punter, punt return. DN, they had me at safety, receiver. So I was the real definition of the word athlete. Like anybody will tell you that. Because you gotta think about it. My senior year, I played the four. I was out of position, but I can defend and I can jump high, and defense was like one of my strong suits. Hold on, wait, let me not say that for Walt Dad to get in the comments.
No, well, I told you this when I first met you, where we knew each other from. I said, I always remembered your face. Let me tell you why.
Mm.
So even this is funny, like it's really funny talking to you now from the first time I saw you.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 2012. Had to have been.
Am I seeing
2012. Yeah, senior. Yep.
Okay.
2012. Yeah, I played Butler. My brother's a freshman, so he played varsity as a freshman.
Okay. What, home game? Y'all home game?
It was Butler home game, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Butler won. Don't worry about it. But it's all good. It's all good. Everything. Yeah, y'all won the next one, so it's fine. All right, so y'all playing, and y'all was some big dudes, right? Yeah, you was a big dude, I mean, you bigger now, but you was a big, for that, for that age, But then again, maybe you was 25. I don't know.
Man.
I'm playing. Nah,
I should have told you about them 2 years, but you ain't gonna let that go.
Not at all. No, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, I was like, okay, my brother getting the game, so freshman.
Was he
right?
starting? Or
No, he didn't start. He didn't start Boston.
I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, he
He
was.
started some game, but it was one of them things from what I was told that sometimes the coach would say, "All right, we're gonna start Don, Dan, Ronald," and then like
Yeah.
somebody be like,
Oh, okay.
and like, nah, all right, you know what, we're gonna start this person, and Don won't start, which is fine.
Yeah.
And he
Hey
did-
man, I ain't gonna lie, I love them games with them guys though. Don Ronald, man. Hey,
yeah,
What's
no,
up, man?
yeah, that was a robbery, but y'all was nice. But anyway, so my brother getting a game. Y'all stand next to each other. So I'm courtside, like I'm with my grandmother. I was there with my grandmother,
Okay.
and y'all courtside next to each other. And I said, "Damn, this is a big dude right here." And I was like, "Cause you know, in your mind, you're like, my brother play varsity, he gonna kill." I'm like, "Oh, he might not do nothing right now because y'all was just too big, and you had to guard him." So think about your wingspan. Think about your build at the time. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He kind of got the deer in the headlight eyes right now.
And you 25, right? Now it's like, but
I can buy liquor.
but it's a grown. Even if he was even 17, no matter. It's that freshman body versus that senior body.
And you gotta think, I'm football. I'm coming straight out of
Exactly. He didn't play football. He wasn't no lifting weight.
And defense was my main position.
I just always remembered you from that. I'm like, damn. And I always remember gauging that. And I remember even not knowing you, but even like as years went on during his high school career, I remember thinking like that moment where he looked like the small person. And then every year after that, how it was vice versa. He worked out. He got bigger. And I'm like, I remember watching him play Laney, and this was way bigger than him.
Yeah.
Right? So that's just, like I said, I didn't even know your name, didn't know you know what I'm saying? But I remember that moment.
Yeah.
So when I seen you where you work, I'm like, oh, didn't you, I know you from such and such.
Yeah.
Because I always knew. I always had a vision of you in my mind. Then one day I saw you at Assembly. You did some weird dance walking in there. You was a clown. I guess you like clowning around sometimes.
Man,
so
yeah. You know me.
You came in and doing some dance like this. You just was walking around. I'm like, what's he doing? But I get it. Y'all just want y'all stay. You know, you doing your thing. You come back home. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, it was fun.
Oh wait. I think that was a classic or something. I think.
Probably so. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them things. But so all right. So give me your rundown on sports. Like, was that something that kept you out of trouble? Did it help you? Did you really love it? Was you passionate about it? Like, what was your true?
Yeah, that was it always been my passion. I was just in the
Which
neighborhood.
one though? Football, basketball. I know you're saying both
because both because football we played a lot of football in the neighborhood. You know, it wasn't video games was out, but we was out the door. We
Everybody was
playing
outside,
manhunt. You know what I'm saying? We wrestling. We doing all that type of stuff. So, and me and my brother, I'm talking about me and my brother used to put on shows like Real Deal Show with the belts and everything, intro music and everything. But but we played football a lot too, so it was always both. So that was another thing that saved me because it kept me focused to stop smoking because you gotta be in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't thinking about smoking now. So it's like, okay, smoking is out the picture. I gotta be in shape. I gotta be able to make these plays and so.
Which plays? I'm just playing.
Yeah, I got you there.
There we go. That's funny. But hey, you're a funny guy. I want to bring your mom back into it. So like, what relationship did y'all have? I know y'all you younger. Okay, you live same as your grandma.
Yeah.
Did that just never change? Did it ever change? Did she ever?
Man, my mom was in the streets, but she would come. I mean, she was still staying with us, but she was mostly in the street. But when I seen her, she was mostly like sleeping, like on some hibernating type of thing. Like, I guess, running the streets and you sleep for literally 3-4 days or something. Like, I'm like, dang, she sleep hard. So it kind of was like but she always been like my best friend type of. It was like she was my mama, but it kind of seemed like it was more so of I ain't gonna say a sister thing, but I can't really explain it for real. But cause she was like,
did you have a tight bond? Yeah.
Yeah. We was close. It just was, that was just taking. It was taking a lot from her.
But what would she say when you would be outside and missing 100 days of school? Did she ever reprimand you at all?
See, my grandma had custody of me, so it's kind of like she would say stuff, but it was just one of those things where she couldn't really say too much.
Got you.
Or whatever. Then, like I said, you really couldn't tell me nothing anyway. At a certain point, it was like, and
I
like
think I
whoopings wasn't
understand.
the thing. Like for example, like by me never getting whoopings, it was like I didn't got so tough. Like you ain't no whooping me. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't nobody like. remember my uncle tried to whoop me and my brother one time. We went to Planet Extreme. I don't know if you remember Planet Extreme,
Nah.
but it's like a little place like laser tag and stuff. But and we took the bus. We young now. We took the bus, city bus. 'Cause like I said, we was familiar with the city bus. Rode up there, and we was with our cousins and stuff. And he came up where he found out where we was at, and everybody was lined up getting a whipping, like whipping, because they was still kind of getting whipped, like yeah. So me and my brother, they crying and stuff. So he whipping us, and we kind of like looking at him like that's the best you got. Like come on with it, like that. So we just had a different mentality. Me and my brother was just a little throw it off. I don't know. Like we like pain. Like we would challenge people to see like bring the best out of us. Like you really had to hit us with something hard to make us cry. Cause we were just like hot headed. Like we were just like tough. We just was like that. I don't know where it came from.
And Laney, you were part of a state championship team,
Yeah.
right? And that was your senior year, right?
Yep.
Describe that to me, that road to being a state champion, and what life was like for you during your senior year.
Oh man, that was a real emotional time, man. Because, like I said, you had to know me to know the behind the scenes stuff. But when I found out my mom had AIDS and my going into my 10th grade year, everything, my whole world just switched, like just flipped upside down. And but I never told anybody, so I still was a class clown and joking and playing. But a lot of people never knew you. Like you really had to know. So that gave me a lot of fuel. So I don't know if you really remember the games, but in the games I used to be so locked in because I was dealing with so much stuff with my mom. Just watching her go from being healthy to just losing weight to health, just pretty much
Deteriorate.
almost yeah. So, but it's crazy. We're kind of going back a little bit. She had went to jail. I guess she had substance control, or I don't know whether the charge was, but I know she had to stay in jail for a year. And this is my 9th grade summer going into 10th grade. And, I'm sorry, she like 8th grade or something. But when she got out, I was going into my 10th grade year. It's my first time seeing my mama like healthy, just skin glowing and everything. And it's crazy because that's when she started doing CNA classes and stuff. Got certified. I'm like, dang, like, my life getting better. Like, you know what I'm saying? And once it got to a point where it's like she was finna get, buy a house or get on her feet and whatever. She got pneumonia, and that's when so she been knew, she had HIV, and I think a lot of the family knew, like my grandma, my brother and stuff, but I was the last to know because I was the emotional one.
Yeah,
When it come down to like I used to be like, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta be in the street? I was like, I never understood it, and I had a lot of anxiety growing up too. Just cause I don't know if it was cause me smoking a lot of weed or whatever, but I used to think about life and death a lot. And then by my mama being in the streets a lot, I used to think about if she gonna die and stuff like that. So I used to think about life and death way too much. And leading up to the state championship, during those practices, like or out of town games or whatever, they'll drop me off at the hospital. I go to the hospital, spend the night with my mama, take a shower there, leave the hospital. The hospital right there by Laney, and walk to school. And a lot of people weren't knowing that. And I got to school and I just act like nothing was happening.
Good.
Yeah, so so leading up to that year, that state championship year, man, it was, we came off a Final Four with Raw Hall.
Yeah.
Back to back. So, my 10th grade year we got there, so we had the experience of getting there. So it was like, okay, we know what it feel like to lose, and even though they was the better team, Malcolm Broderick was on that team, Great Atlanta Christian team. But the following year we supposed to won that because we was up probably, I don't know, 12 or 16 points, something like that, going into the half. And third quarter they started cutting in. Next thing you know, they came back and beat us. So that just we took both of those losses and going to my senior year, now I'm starting. Cause even though, we had a stacked team, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
We had that my junior year, that we had a whole nother team that could have went and played and probably went to the state, with the 5 we had on the bench and the other role player,
Yeah.
because I was one of the role players. So my senior year was like taking that momentum and saying, no. I remember halftime of the state championship game, going in, they was kind of celebrating a little bit, and I cussed everybody out. I was like, this what happened last year, so right now we down by 10 points. That's the mentality we got to have right now. We got to get back in the game. We got to fight hard, So I was kind of bringing that leadership because I knew that we was up last year. So I was like, no, we down right now. We ain't up. I was kind of just getting everybody focused,
motivating.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But man, I really wish we had a camera to record all that, man. Like the Baller's Life and all that stuff that they got now. I was like, man, that would have been a good movie to watch. Just us, especially my class, like just being there from my 9th grade year when they wasn't even considered, nothing. Or I guess losing record, and we get Rod, Coco, them, and then now we're contenders, and then we go back and then we won state. That was a moment right there. Then we was the first to win in the whole history of Laney.
Yeah.
So that's pretty big, coming from the city, because it's a big historical.
Do you think the situation he was dealing with your mom, did that fuel the team as well? Like, was it like a brotherhood of some sort?
Yeah, man. Because I want to say I think a lot of people still ain't kind of know for real. Just the people that was kind of close to me, and then I kind of started telling them later on. But but a lot of people didn't really know for real. I just was using it, like I said, as fuel, like just to kind of get my mind away from that type of stuff, because I was, like I say, it was to the point where I had to change her diapers. Like she had to get in the pens, I had to feed her medicine, give my grandma a break because she was taking care of her. So when I finished practice or schoolwork or whatever, we'll be like a shift, basically like a job, just bathing her and everything. So it's like, that was that taught me a whole lot, just to persevere, and just that whole moment of being grateful of moments, and not taking life for granted and stuff. So it definitely taught me a whole lot.
Well, how did you feel when you won the championship? Like when y'all won state, how did you feel?
Oh man, that was crazy, man. I feel like it was surreal. It was surreal because I know we locked that Final Four game. I don't know if you watched that Final Four game, but I locked in, and I took we was going in, man, and me, something got into me like, we ain't losing this game. I'm like, man, give me the ball flip, because I feel like they was gonna win if I didn't do it. So I'm like, man, give me the ball. I'm taking over. So it was like 2-3 plays.
Give me the ball flip.
Yeah, Drez. I told Drez.
I know. Yeah, you took the ball from him.
Yeah. I was like, because
he liked that.
I was telling the coach, the person that was guarding me, he couldn't guard me, and they was.
Oh my God.
They was cutting.
Oh, here we go.
Go watch it, man. Look, Laney versus Jordan semifinals. Go watch it. You'll see.
Give me the ball flip.
I told Coach Fletcher, listen, give him the ball. He cannot guard me. And I did like probably 3 plays back to back. Just blew right by him. Layup. So and then Cook, man, but it was collectively, all of us together, because we had a squad. But I'm just saying, in that moment, someone was like, we making the state.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, what was the question? You gotta talk.
Nah, you trying to talk about your stats. I scored 6 points back to back. Couldn't hold me. I said, give me the ball, coach. Flip. Yep, that. Yeah. Out of here, man. Nah, but
oh man, you crazy, man.
So like you must say senior year. So senior year ends. The tuxedo. That's a senior year, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
With Mr. Welcher.
Yeah, Dr. Welcher.
What's that moment like? What's about? If you can talk about it. If not, then
fine. No, man. It was that was a real moment. 'Cause it was just like, he was the what's they Lean on Me, Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
He was that.
Yeah,
you know
Dr.
what I'm saying?
HNIC.
Yeah. Get those chains off the door. But he was that. So imagine my ninth grade year. That's how it was for me. Like the introduction, he was on me the same way. And then on the ends, like, okay.
Did he throw you in the bathroom, make you sing?
Yeah. No, he did the. You want to smoke crack? Don't you?
Through the roof.
You want to smoke weed? Don't you? That what it was.
Hey, shout out to him, man. Smoke weed, don't you? Smoke weed, don't you? That's funny. Man. Okay.
But no, but that was a moment for the coalition, man. That was like just being a part of that. You know,
turn your life around. Like, I guess people see you do a complete 180.
Yeah, and it's crazy because people like it's a lot of teachers still right now. They'll stop me and see me. Like, I'm just so proud of you. Cause like I say, man, I'm telling you, if you knew me then, you'd be like, oh yeah, he gonna be in jail. Oh yeah, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't, that's just how it was. That's how life was just taking me. I ain't care about nothing.
All right. So you get done in school. What you do next? Like, what's next for you after school? No more sports now. I
got
guess.
a scholarship to Chattanooga Tech. That's
okay.
When
So you did.
I moved to Atlanta. I gotta make sure I say that.
That's why they say you from Atlanta. I got you.
It's crazy. My little girl born in Atlanta, man. I stayed out there, like for real, like been out there, 10 years back and forth. But I stayed out there like 5 or 6 years. But going back to Chattanooga Tech, went to Chattanooga Tech. That's when I met my little girl mom, and she played basketball for Chat Tech, and I was doing a walk on to play basketball, but football. But ran into some issues with we skipped.
You're not skipping. You just want to talk about it. Go ahead.
No, what is that?
You're not skipping. You trying to brush past something?
No. So because we
after school
we transitioned from state to me graduating, because I graduated in May. My mom passed the next month on Father's Day.
Oh damn!
So I was. So imagine like I said, my 10th grade. They say she got 2 years to live, a year to live, 6 months, 3 months, a week, anytime now. Like they called it down to the T. Like even when she came home from hospice, and they were pretty much saying so it was a.
So if I'm right, what would be a high for most seniors? Like, oh, we going to college, we finishing school, or we just want to stay. What was a high for most was a countdown for you. Yeah. I'm pretty sure
mixed emotions, because it was like I was thanking God that He kept her here to see me walk across the stage. She was there, cheering me on and everything.
That's dope.
And the next month, like I said, she passed on Father's Day. So that's when Father's Day kind of bittersweet, and Mother's Day bittersweet. So it's like, but she passed Father's Day the next month. So in 2 months from there, I was getting ready to go to college. So, but in that moment, she have insurance and stuff. They wanted to cremate her. I'm like, nah, man, I get this. So I thank God, in the position I was in, and going to different churches, and me playing for Laney, everybody chipped in. We raised the money. It was a beautiful service. And
I want to say something about that. That's one thing I know. We all, as people who don't. When I say we, I mean people who haven't attended Laney. A lot of times we say a lot of funny things. We pick at Laney, this, that, and third. But one thing I can say is when it's time to show up, more times than not, they show up. It's a lot of relationships you build when you attend Laney. A lot of I would say even family, like you become family
for real
when you go to Laney, and so that's dope to
and
hear.
You can feel the love, like you can feel it. You can be at Family Dollar, and it's what's up, boy?
Yeah.
Like, you feel like that's your uncle you talking to.
Yeah, it's definitely a family of it's a village.
Yeah,
so definitely shout out to Laney for that. I know we joke a lot, but no seriousness. It's a lot of good to go Laney. I see why people would want to go there.
Yeah,
so that's dope.
But it's crazy because in that moment, it's like, imagine you just not graduating. Now I'm over everything, because at this point, I'm the go-to in my family. Like my grandma, everybody come to me. I'm that guy in my family to where everybody go to for whatever. So it's like in that moment, I'm like, dang, I was over everything, from what she was wearing to what the obituaries, who was doing the eulogy, who was preaching the sermon, who was singing, I was over that. So it was like,
a lot on your shoulders at one time, man.
Yeah, so it was like, it was,
just
normally in those situations, it'd be somebody at least somebody to take. But it was me, so it was like, but shit, it was very beautiful, though, man. And shout out to everybody, Lane and everybody that pitched in, helped out. You know, that was a big moment in my life. You know, so and then that's when I transitioned to Chattahoochee Tech in Atlanta, and that's where I was from Atlanta. You know, that's when I was born.
You was from Atlanta?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was born.
Yeah.
Right after that, I was from Atlanta.
Got you.
After
I
that.
knew you was from there. I knew you wasn't capping. Yeah, I remember you from 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm from the West Side.
Yeah. But we're not gonna skip over that. You said you went to Chattanooga. And what happened? What happened?
So, football scholarship, playing football, man. Our first game I broke for like, it's crazy because I switched positions. So now I'm just a wide receiver. So I went from being more physical, playing defense, my main position. But I played a lot of positions, but defense was like main, to going to offense. So I was like a bigger, receiver, physical. So
slow as hell.
I got some speed now, man. I got some speed. I got some speed now.
They had this tight end playing receiver. It's all good. Nah, I'm playing with you.
But now, man, I mean, I forgot who we played. Was it Georgia Military? I can't remember.
Talk to the mic.
I can't remember who we played, but I broke out, and I remember we had won that game. And it was a big fight that broke out that game too. But I remember coming back to school, and my picture was on the little Megatron thing, and the little atrium. I'm like, okay, I could see myself, moving forward, because it was a JUCO school to get my grades together. So, but a situation happened, and in practice, we was going at it with I think it was receiver versus DB drill. I was dogging this DB, and everybody was kind of clowning him. He couldn't take it. So next thing you know, we get in the fight. You know how you in college,
right.
Everybody want to say where they from, or it's a lot to.
Yeah, show you from Atlanta.
Yeah, Zone 6. So, but and around that time, I think we got into the fight. Next thing I broke his jaw. Now, F.
Boy, here we go,
No. You're crazy, man. But now, like, if I didn't break his jaw, I wouldn't have had to go through the whole, like, me going to jail. Because I had went to jail and everything. So I was like, man, at this point, I'm like, man, I did all this to make it out the hood. Now I'm throwing my, I'm about to throw my life away, So that happened. Then I had a little girl, and my whole life just started shifting and going down another path. So, yeah.
I always wait and see what people gonna say after they say that, just to see it, just to put you in an uncomfortable spot. That was
I'm gonna keep right there and see if you want to interject.
No. I didn't want to go. I feel like I said, when I get somebody's story, I think as detailed we was doing it, that part, I think they need to know you for that, or maybe you can, that's more. Cause I want to get into other stuff as well. I don't want to just always be this, that. But
you gotta think like right at that moment, like. And it's crazy because it's like a play on my EP. Cause the name of the EP is Therapy, but I needed therapy at that moment because I was a ticking time bomb, just thinking about everything with my mom dealing with. When you lose somebody like your mom, like you really need to have some self healing, because it was a time where I remember. Around that time my mama passed, I was drinking like before I left, just to kind of cope with what was going on. And, and in the moment, somebody could have said the wrong thing. I could have, lashed out on them.
Mm-hmm. So
I think that was one of the things that happened around that time, like just kind of just lashing out and not really healing,
So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? So I got a great memory. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you ain't gotta go in detail about anything, but because I remembered your face. So my story, what I'm about to say, is it kind of go with the story I said at the beginning. I already remembered your face because I remember you standing to my brother. That was the first time I got to put him against somebody, a grown man. I didn't know you was a grown man for real, but I'm saying a grown man, right? No, but seriously, I'm joking, but
yeah.
I was like, okay. And so I remember your face, and then I remember, and I hate to bring this up. I just did a podcast about me hating this publication. I hate everything about it. I just don't support it. I wish the Jury Report. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you was in there. Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't forget. Hey. No,
Damn,
but
I forgot about that.
and I don't want. I mean, I don't. You got. It's not nothing crazy going to, but
Yeah.
I want to just talk about how just any down spiral. Just talk about the upward spiral. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading it. And I remember thinking like, damn, I wonder what happens for somebody to. When I think a state champion, I think the highest, like you a champion. Like it's not a lot of people. It's a small percentage of people that can say I'm a state champion.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Atlanta, because y'all was the first. That's
First,
And I remember seeing my brother. We grew up close. I'm like, yo, remember da. And I'm always telling the story. Remember he was standing next to you that one time? He don't know. Like I played 1,000 niggas. I don't know. But to me, I just remember. I'm like, nah, he played da.
Yeah.
You can't do somebody doing that dumb dance. Remember? I'm just. That's how I remind you.
Yeah.
And I remember watching. I'm like, damn. Okay, well, but then I also remember. I don't know which one came first. I also remember you having like pretty much a viral video as well. I was like, well, man, which one is he? Is he a bad guy or a good guy? Like which one?
Yeah.
Jury Report gonna paint anybody that got a black skin tone. The Jury Report gonna make you be a bad guy. I don't care what you are. They didn't say
how many church pictures you got in your profile picture.
Boy, they're gonna use.
They're gonna find that one.
Please don't get me started.
They're gonna find that one picture.
They probably labeled you. If I can find that article, I ain't gonna look for it. But I bet you they probably said gang member or whatever instead of ex state champion. Why not that? Ex Laney. None of that. It was something that like, damn, they know he was state champion, right?
Yeah. I remember, and then they highlighted in the big one too.
Yeah, he was on there. That was back when I was supporting the Jury Report. I don't support no more. I hate the Jury Report, but so that happened, and then the video. You had a viral video.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the video part, because I don't want to spend time on Jury Report. I want to shut shit out of them. They can look that up on their own. But what made you start to make music? Was it something you was always doing? And did you always make therapeutic music? And I say that because when you sent me music the year before last, you sent me like 4 or 5 songs via text message.
Mm-hmm.
And they always fire. I like them, what I'm saying? I told you that. Remember, we talked on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you do good at that type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we call it pain music, of course, there, whatever. What encouraged that?
Well, first, it's the first thought is just, like you say, it's therapeutic for me just to have a release because, like I say, we, in our community, we're not about to go just seek therapy. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not just about to go, especially spend our money probably on it.
Right.
But
we should, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's my way of having the therapist. And, in these music videos that I'm about to drop, you'll see who was my therapist. I ain't gonna give it away, but during this whole process of me trying to figure out me and to make sense of everything. So that's just like going to the gym for me, going in the studio now, and just laying down that pain. And like recently, 2 days ago, was it 2 days? 2 days ago, a year ago from 2 days ago, I had to, bury my dad. And
sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it, man. And so it's just like, it's like my life has always been connected to either some type of trauma, some type of pain, some type of survival. But what my story is about is pretty much displaying that through my music and in my character and how I speak, how I carry myself. But to show people that you don't have to use it as a crutch, because it's a lot of people that I hear, 40, 50, when I was 18, wasn't nobody there for me, and my mama this.
Why you making that voice, man?
I'm just saying this how I be hearing, and I know a lot of people can relate to that, and just using it as a crutch, and I never looked at it like that. I always just looked at it like they say losses, and instead of a lesson.
Yeah.
I always had that mentality like it's fuel, just fuel learn the lesson and use it as fuel and let it motivate you and keep going. Just with the controversial stuff with the Atlanta and Augusta, like in my mind, I know that I'm looking at it like, it's just a mindset people have. It's all right. Like I ain't gonna get on here and be like, down on them because that's just their opinion and that's how they feel. But I just would encourage them to just think outside the box of, just having a different perspective on life, because that's what got me through that. Like this would help me kept going through and kept helping me just keep overcoming all those obstacles, just keep hurdling and hurdling. It's just perseverance. I just kept moving forward. So going back to the therapy question, that's why I guess my music, I guess it sound good, feel you. A lot of people gonna
But
be able
the
to
song you
relate
went
to it.
viral for wasn't the same type of music
Yeah, well that one
years ago though.
It was a
And viral wasn't even a thing back then, but that's what happened. That's what we call it now.
Yeah. But around that time, it was we was doing relationship goals. We was like one of the first relationship goals.
Oh my God, here we go with
I'm
this
just,
first.
I'm just
Jesus
saying,
Christ.
I'm just saying. We was one of those, 2015 was one of those apart. It was like, it was just bubbling, and we did like a little video or something, and it got like 10 million views on Facebook or something. Something like, yeah. Then we did another one, like, okay, we about to do another one. Another one got like 8 million. I'm like, okay. But and leading up to the jailport and all that stuff, it was just that I started getting to a mindset where me coming back to Augusta after not making it, quote unquote, not making it, it was like I started picking up drinking.
You depressed?
I was depressed because,
Did you feel like a failure?
a lot. Yeah, I did. And which
That's real. That's real.
I was working and
That's
I was a phlebotomist, so it kind of, even though
What?
I was a phlebotomist.
Man.
Yeah, man. At a biotest, yeah. Outfit church, yeah. You just stick people, draw blood, man. A lot of people know me from that. That didn't know Glenn or didn't know Puerto Rico, they knew Raven. My first name
I'm gonna clap it
Raven.
up for you for doing that.
But it's crazy because I had to learn how to disconnect, because at that time I was measuring my success off other people. I seen other people.
That's
like,
common though. That's real common when you come back. You a state champion.
Exactly.
You was nice in
the
sports.
pressure is like, think about everybody like, go to Atlanta, do your thing. We proud of you. You know
Get me
what I'm
out the
saying?
hood.
Yeah,
Get me out the
exactly.
hood.
Yeah. You done came a long way.
And you
know what
come
I'm
back.
saying? Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in this and that. And I'm like, and I come back. Then the jail report hit. Then it's like, it's just like.
Yeah, it was the jail report for me.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm going down. I'm spiraling down now. It's no.
Did you feel embarrassed on that at all? Because you're a known cat. I mean, I know I joke a lot here, but you're a real known cat. So I wondered if you had the answer to that a lot, or did.
No, man, it was.
The
it
next
was
time
one
I
of those
saw
things.
you, I was like, oh, he walking around like nothing going on. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like but I don't know. It's just like a lot of people don't really. I don't know
That
if
ain't
it's my
something you gonna
presence
ask
or my
somebody.
aura.
Yeah,
Ain't
you're
nobody
not
just
gonna-
finna come up and just say that. Like it be a lot of times where I may hear a lot of stuff or people say certain thing about my back. They get my face. What up, boy? No, I'm like.
Oh, here
Come
you go.
on, man.
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying. I'm
a
saying
big
like
stepper.
I know. No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying like I know you didn't been in a
No,
situation.
I feel you.
To where somebody like okay, this person that said that.
Yeah.
And now this person just in your face. Just I'm like, come on, man. But hey,
Speaking of,
that's the moral.
since I got you on camera, don't say no names, but one time, I'm not gonna lie, you never really did nothing that I didn't like, but it was one day and you said something. I'm like, what the fuck would make him think that when it's dealing with me? And I don't know what I don't know if you just in your bag. We was at a place that we know to be coming from, right? We was at a place, and somebody was talking to me. For whatever reason, I don't know what they had going on. They was talking to me.
Okay.
Whatever. And I get you can't give him a 5. You was like, what you over here messing with people for? And I'm like, the fuck he mean messing with people? He messing with me. It wasn't that kind of talk. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I was the one doing
What? I was saying that person messing with you?
Yeah, you gave him a 5. You must ain't seen him in a while. Whoever this person was, you gave him a 5. You like, what's up, man? You like, you ain't here messing with people? And I'm like, messing with people? You think I'm some Trump or something? In my mind, I'm thinking that. Of course.
Oh no, I
was
just talking.
Yeah, I was. At the time, my mind focused on that guy. You know, at the time, I was like, why the fuck would he say that?
Yeah,
And I don't know why, but that it always stick out. I'm like, huh?
Oh yeah, you
It
should
bothered
be
me.
remembering certain stuff.
I'm
like,
telling you, that
I
bothered
wonder
me.
why.
But I had to focus on what was at hand at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you was in and out. You know, you did your own. You was in and out. So I was like, oh, when I see him, I gotta ask him about that. But it was never important for me to ask because I knew I handle business. So
Yeah,
it was
I
fine.
probably just said it at the time.
Probably make him feel good. I don't know. I was like him. You must know who this is. This nigga not a stepper. But anyway, I'm sorry. They just threw me. I forgot. I never sent them to you about it. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Water under the bridge now. What's done is done.
Yeah, I think I probably was making conversation. I think.
But that's what you do sometimes. So
yeah, exactly.
Probably was.
That's just
but
my personality.
I just thought maybe he think he a stepper. I don't know. You know how I look. But I'm the one stomping right now.
With my button. Hold on.
Yeah, I got it right here. Here we go. Yeah. Rewind it back. My track record. Yeah. But yeah. So tell me about, because you went away for a while.
Yeah.
Where aren't you? When I first seen you, I was like, oh, this guy still around? Not that around like a lot, but just around like I hadn't seen you. It's a small place. You're going to see somebody at some point. I've been in games, been out.
Yeah.
Just never seen you.
Yeah. See,
I said, he a little bigger, you know, but all right.
Yeah.
A little bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gain a little weight.
A little bit, you know, a little bit. And so when I spoke to you, I was like, I know him from somewhere. I just kept saying, I know him from somewhere. Oh. That's the 30-year-old freshman. Now I'm playing. I was like, oh, that's my guy from there. So so I want to get into like just like in the musical sense, like just music side. I don't want to skip that. I know that people gonna watch it. I'm out with you. This is really good. It's really intriguing. I think people gonna learn a lot more about you.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make them go to the music anyway. Mm-hmm. Even if you didn't talk about music at all, I think this conversation, it would make people want to listen to it now because they want to see how you put what you're saying on pen and paper and behind the beat.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so you sent me some songs. I'm like, all right, then you send me songs. It's always fickle when somebody that you know from a workplace or something like that send you a song. I'm like, oh boy.
All right, here we go.
Because now you gotta be like, all right, is it gonna be good or do I gotta say it? You know, because now I'm not gonna lie and say it's good. If it's bad, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell somebody, this is trash.
You would say it like that?
I promise you.
It's trash. You say trash.
And I'm gonna say it in front of people so that you know to stop.
So you don't say like you know you gotta work. You know, keep working.
If that's the case.
Okay.
But most times it's not the case. Most times it's not the case. But in all seriousness, I'm at, now we're here. I can tell you, the very first time, listen to the song you sent me, I played it back. I said, oh, nah, this nigga got one. This is nice. It's nice. And I don't do that with everybody. Like you said, if people that work with me, you know, you talk to them, Cam, Juan, people that did music, and they make good music, wrong, because Cam made good music too, Juan too. And but when I played it back, I remember going to them like, yo, you know, you rap? You know how that goes. Somebody said that, we joking at first. Like, you know you rap? Like, what? Da-da-da. I said, nah. He can rap, bro.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be right here if you can rap. That's number one. Like I don't like rappers. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I make it very clear.
Yeah.
Right. So I like the music. I felt it what you was talking, but also like I said, I do my research. I know people. So even when I was asked about the senior year, I knew that already.
Okay,
I already knew.
Oh yeah.
I was just setting you up.
Oh yeah.
I already knew that. You know what I'm saying? I knew it already. I've done my research. I listen to the music. I hear music. You talk about the stuff in the music. So I know all the stuff. It's in the articles. You know, you got articles about yourself. You know, like I said, we joking about this, that, and third every time you say something, but really you are an athlete. You're a real athlete. You're decorated. You know what I'm saying? So I heard the music. I said, okay, this is good. So we text back and forth. We talking about doing this and doing that. And I know things happen, life happen. You know, obviously that's why you're here now. Timing is everything. But what's your focus now? Because you've been making music. Been 2 years now. You made music. You made that 2 years ago.
But I never put it out.
Never.
So I was just
really
like you. I
off.
sent it to you. It was just
it pissed me off.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like when people do that. Like, yo, put the music out because you just never know.
Perfect timing though. Like you said, timing is everything. Think about it.
You're right.
Right then, if I would have put it out, I wouldn't have been from Atlanta. I had to go get. I had to go be from Atlanta.
I like that. Okay.
Nah, man. But not like I really had to, you know, link up with CV, the label, learn what marketing means, learning what artist development means, learning what DJ pool, coalition DJs, learning what networking means, what South by Southwest really means.
What does it mean?
It's just South by Southwest is like a place where a lot of people go once a year to network. And I don't know if a lot of people familiar with the baby doing the pamper.
Yeah.
The
That's how he
pamper.
got popping.
Yeah. So and that was his thing that he did. A lot of people remember him.
And
from.
you did the bubble.
And I did the bubble. So I was like, you know what? How can I do something to where
Just don't kill nobody.
it can be a play off of my song, which is protecting my energy. So I'm like, I'm going to bubble.
That's marketing all I want. Yeah.
I was about to bring it in here, but I was like, nah, we ain't ready for it.
Yeah, we don't do bubbles in here, man. Not even my kids. Now I'm fucking around. I'm playing.
But yeah, so I had my little angels around me, and they was protecting my energy as I was walking through. Had the signs going and everything. And I caught the eyes of a lot of hip hop vloggers, and QC was out there. They reached out. We had conversations, and so it just opened doors. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm kind of learning. I had to go really put my work in and learn. So
I admire the fact that you are willing and okay with being a student of game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not people come in trying to just say, I'm that guy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And I was kind of unsure about your approach to this, how it would be. But a lot of times and what I like now is that I see that you had a vision all along. A lot of times when you say, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, people write you off like, he bullshit, But I see it now. I see it rolling out. I see the amount of energy, no pun intended, you're putting into the videos and I see a lot of behind the scenes footage you post on your story and stuff. I might not always say that, but I'm watching, and I like that, So I think that's good. But talk to me about the song, Protect My Energy. Why that's the single versus anything else? Because the intro you sent me one time was fire. I'm like, what is that about?
That's about I was about to get into that now.
Okay.
That's so in the beginning. You seen the music video?
Yeah.
You seen the beginning of it? That's the beginning of therapy.
Gotcha.
The intro.
Okay.
I just wanted to drop. I kind of, in my mind, I'm more of a visual artist. Like sometimes I can have a video in my mind and I'll write a song to the video. Sometimes that's how my mind works. And I direct everything because I'm more hands-on. I like right now, I'm into the short films. Like one day I want to be directing, writing, and acting. That's like my future goal. So I love what's gonna be different from me, from a lot of different people, is that I want to bring the story mode back to music videos.
That's dope.
So with therapy is gonna be part one, but the next project is probably gonna be more fun records. I'm gonna kind of get away from therapy and just open up on a different level, see a little variety right there. But when I go to part two, that's going to take you back to when I was younger. So I'm gonna have a younger. I don't want to get
kind of scattered.
Yeah. So it's kind of gonna be like a
it's gonna be like therapy.
But what inspired that idea of it was the 50 Cent. Me watching Get Rich or Die Trying or BMF and seeing how Power, how they go back to where Raising Cane's.
Right.
I can use some of this stuff now to see now before therapy, and then hopefully down the line it'll be after therapy.
Right.
And that'll be like a trilogy, like 3, and I'll be done with that, and I just tap into a different project. But protecting my energy, my bad. I don't know why.
No, you good. Don't do anything. You doing.
But protecting my energy is one of the.
Show them the shirt.
Oh
Man.
yeah. Let me see. Turn around.
Right, he ain't say stand up now. Stand up, man.
I got the chakras back. I don't know if everybody know about the third eye and your crown chakra.
We ain't here for
okay.
Right.
But anyways,
none of that, man. Record scratch. This nigga try to bring that YouTube shit in here. Come on, take that shit.
No, you gotta be tapped in. You gotta be tapped in. But no, man. So this song was pretty much the single because it kind of like sums up the
fire song.
Oh yeah,
fire song,
man. Appreciate it.
Fire song.
Yeah, but it kind of sums up the EP in like one song of it brings energy to, and it got lyrics. And
let me ask you a question and to help you a little bit. Like what does that mean to you? I know if you want to use lyrics to explain, that's fine too. But what does that actually mean to you? Protecting my energy. All bubbles aside.
Yeah, all both sides. You gotta think outside the bubble.
Hey, there you go, man.
Yeah, but man, like I say, like when I say I went on a spiritual journey, I actually had to because in these music videos you're gonna see a story of what happened in my life, which the jail report and all this. It's gonna kind of all make sense of kind of my mindset and everything that was going on in my life. But I told a story just in another way on camera, but it was a lot of the stuff was happening and just told in another way, and some of the stuff on screen kind of happened the way it happened. So
What?
yeah, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. So
it's gonna make more sense when I see it, I guess.
yeah, it's gonna
I
be more
got you,
sense.
okay.
So basically, this song was inspired from best. Why I say best friend? Like a close partner of mine at the time. Because we were going down the timeline. But anyway, a close partner of mine, we was I was introducing him to like Forex. I was slipping a little bit and kind of getting back into my old way of living, the old way of thinking, kind of getting in the streets a little bit more again. But come to find out, he was dealing with my girl at the time behind my back, and it was like betrayal. So a lot of my therapy came from betrayal, from a couple people, from my girl at the time, from him to a couple more people that was around me, and protecting my energy. Like when I first found when that information came to me and it was confirmed, and I called him and we had that conversation, and he confirmed, he owned up to it and stuff. And the conversation we had, I had to literally leave because I was in Atlanta at the time. I left Atlanta,
Hometown.
went to my hometown. Then I went to my mama grave site, and because this was the first time I felt like God spoke to me, and it was like a test because prior to that, like my girl at the time was, she was the only one that can control me. I feel like I was a puppet, get me out of character. I was going, Facebook making status and everybody chiming in. She'll make it. It was it was just messy. It got real messy, and so I went to my mama grave site, and I felt like it was the first time God talked to me. He would say, "This is the test. If you pass the test, then I'm gonna bless you. But before I bless you, I want to see if you can be able to handle this. And so, but I got to remove some people from your life before you receive your blessing. But because these people didn't mean no harm anyway. I mean, these people wasn't for you anyway.
Right.
So I had to expose it. But you could either, because it was a hard pill for me to swallow, because at the time, I ain't gonna get too details in right now, but because I don't want no redrawn. I don't want no drama surfacing back. That's what I'm just gonna say. My girl at the time, but at that time, I could have threw my life away, made a decision to be in jail, or to use that to because at that time I was seeing red, and I'm already I was a hothead anyway.
You got another song about that though, right?
Yeah.
Because I mentioned that one of your songs.
EP.
See,
It's called Trust Issue.
I listen. See, yeah, we doing, yeah.
See, that one is gonna drop after the intro.
Got you.
So it's gonna lead up to
makes sense.
Protecting my energy, but after protecting my energy, after we do those two, I'm gonna hit you with episode 4 or 5. I think we got 9 songs on the EP. I don't know yet, but each one is going to be based off of the other. So it's kind of going to be, like I said, like a short film all in one. But yeah. So after I had the conversation, my mom was like, you know what, I got to go on my journey. So that's when I started. Stopped eating meat. I think I was vegan for maybe 3 months. Then I went vegetarian. Then I was pescatarian for like 5 years. Then I just started going on the journey to just be positive. Like I went on a positive journey to never let nobody be in control of me. Never let nobody feel like I'm a puppet. Like that was my goal, to like I was kind of looking for not necessarily looking for it, but I was kind of like waiting for something to happen so I can respond positive. Like somebody was to try to come at me wrong, whatever, and I just respond positive or try not to let them get the best of me.
Right.
That was like my whole goal. I left social media for like 4 years, and I was just locked into my goals and trying to figure out what my calling is in life. So I just went down the whole rabbit hole. Like I say, religion. It just kept going from, you know, each category.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out life.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So talk to me a little about the label, though. I know I don't want to miss over that. I know you got your music coming out. I know you got your rollout already set. You know, you making moves. You're doing shows. You booking interviews. You know, you on go. How much does the label help you, and how did that situation come about?
Man, to be honest with you, it's a family member, which Tracy, that's my manager and that's the owner of the label. But come to find out, I met him through a family member, you know, and which is crazy. We supposed to have been linked up and did the music, but like I told you, around that time, my mind, I wasn't focused on it. You know, I had some other stuff I was, you know, getting to
Working on you.
business minded, you know, trying to flip houses, trying to get into buying a truck and leasing the truck and just trying to, like I say, I was on that creating generational wealth. I was doing music, but generational wealth was more important to me at that time.
That was your focus.
Yeah, because I was like, you know, music is kind of tossed up. You know, I don't want to waste too much time in it, and it don't go out. I kept kind of being that person like, well, you know, what if it don't? What if I hope I don't? So, and shout out to him because he helped me like stop saying hope, like stop saying if, or stop just saying, you know, I hope it do that. If it, no, when it do it, you know, he keep putting that, you know, putting that
Positive
putting that
energy.
mindset, and you know, that's the mindset I need to have because you know it is going, you know, it's going to take off. So, but that's how I got introduced to Tracy and the label and everything, and it's just been a perfect storm, man. It's like my ideas, his 25 years in the business. Like I said, he worked with a lot of people. He got a lot of, you know, different relationships and different people he worked with. Shawty Low. I mean, he got a whole list of, you know, 8 Ball, Dungeon Family, like Tupac. He didn't work with a lot of people, so I was just grateful. Like I say, going back to what I was saying, man, God, it seemed like God always bring me somebody in my life when I need it, you know, the most. And I'm very grateful for that, you know. It's one of those humbling experiences I be having to myself. Like I make sure I stay prayed up because that don't come around too often. You know, a lot of people is not fortunate to be blessed and, you know, in those ways.
All right, that's dope, man. Look, I want to play your song if you don't mind.
Oh,
I want to play your song. You know what I'm saying? I want you to tell people where they can follow you, where they could find you at, what social media platforms you on, what you got coming next. You got any shows, anything like that coming next? Tell them that now. You got the shirt. You got merch. Show me
merch.
the shirt.
Man, I actually got the website. Is I am Puerto Reefa. It's the
show the camera the shirt you got me.
Shirt right here, man.
Oh yeah.
We don't got the chakras on the back.
Next, thinking about. I wear it in the front.
Hey, we got the chakras.
Here we go with the
back,
YouTube
man.
stuff, man.
So if y'all know anything about the chakras, y'all tuned in. But protecting my energy. We got the merch coming.
You can toss that. You might try to take that from you. There you go.
Oh, you don't want the chakras on the back?
I'm good.
I'm gonna break you most stuff. Don't worry about it.
Protect my energy, man.
Oh yeah. So, but you follow me, man. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get my Instagram followers up, man, because my Facebook followers.
Put some reels, out.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've been seeing. I've been trying to, get into it.
You've been active.
Yeah.
I see you. Trust me. I be doing my research, man.
Yeah,
I see. I see. Hey, I don't play, man.
You just setting up.
I don't play, bro.
You knew the whole time.
I don't play. I'm telling you. That's why. This is what I do, man.
Yeah.
I've been setting up since 2 years ago. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. But I am Puerto Reefa on Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all follow More Than the Master Podcast if this is your first time watching this interview and coming to this platform. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit that bell. Come on to the family.
Definitely,
and my YouTube channel is I am Puerto Reefa.
What's your
AMPUERTOREEFA.
ethnicity? Your ethnicity, like
Puerto Rican and black.
Okay,
Yes, yeah. So my dad's side Puerto Rican.
I figured that.
I got
You
some.
said
I got
abuela
some.
when you said New York, so
Oh yeah. But I got some songs coming too. I'm be tapping into my nationality, man. I got some stuff in the works.
Daddy Yankee. Bing baka, fue vuelo, pinca, yeah.
How about that?
Nothing,
Nothing.
not a damn thing.
Do you miss New York? Be honest.
No.
No.
Nah, I miss things about New York, you know.
Concourse. Stuff like that.
Nah, just like, you know, prices, how easy it is
Pizza?
to shop certain things. I love pizza. I love me some pizza. I miss Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
But,
Bodegas. No.
I love Puerto Ricans.
Staten Island.
Nah, I'm from Brooklyn.
No, I'm saying do you? I mean, not Staten Island. What's the place people go? Not Staten Island.
Queensbridge, oh, Far Rockaway?
No. Oh Lord, I can't think of it right now. Hey, we scattered my father's ashes. They little play with the Ferris wheel, and it got the Ferris wheel, man, and the rides and the roller coasters.
I went on a spiritual journey. I cut off some friends I thought that was close to me. Meditating my mind. I'm lighting the sage and searching for higher peace.
What's the place
Cut
with
the
the
ties
Ferris
to
wheel?
my soul. The baggage is gone. I feel like I'm finally free.
Coney Island?
Coney
I feel
Island.
like I'm finally free.
Coney Island, yeah.
Protecting my
That's
energy.
in Brooklyn.
And I don't even stress no more. Accepted the facts.
And Brooklyn, you trying to stay where you at, bro. You stay where you at, bro.
I'm wondering who really for a G. Hope Shayla stay silent, hold me down. Then I pray she never lie to me. Don't you ever lie to me. Protecting my energy. Sometimes I'm antisocial. My emotions on guard. I battled depression, I really suppressed. And now I got permanent scar. You know when it rains, it pours. You can't run from the lightning. I made it through the storm. I emerged from the darkness. Wonder why I'm built like this. I hate when I love, cause I love so hard. That's really one of my flaws. It ain't my fault, I got a big heart. Energy means everything. It's a part of my nature. Really big on vibe. Connected to the vibration. I've been neglected, I learned to forget it. My father rejected, I had to accept it. I'm counting my blessings, I'm very respected. My hand on my weapon, I'm very protected. Accepting my flaws, I learned to be patient. I'm elevated, perfect imperfection. Still searching for peace, and I hope that I get it. All I need is love and affection. All I need is love and affection. I'm elevated, perfect imperfection. My hand on my weapon, I'm very protected. I pray my energy reflect. I went on a spiritual journey, I cut off some friends I thought that was close to me. Meditating my mind, I'm lighting the sage and searching for higher peace. Cut the ties to my soul, the baggage is gone, I feel like I'm finally free. Feel like I'm finally free. Protecting my energy, and I don't even stress no more. Accepted the facts, sometimes I overthink. We live and we learn, try not to get burned. I'm wondering who really for a G. Hope Shayla stay silent, hold me down, then I pray she never lie to me. Don't you ever lie to me. Protecting my energy, I had to grow the change. I had to change my way. I lost some friends, we got some memories, it never be the same. The trust is gone, you in the wrong, you can't remove the stain. I hate I've been betrayed, heart cold, I'm numb to pain. I'm fighting these demons internally, I'm sipping the lean to comfort me. Don't share my feelings that normally. Introvert and I deal with uncertainty. Hard-headed, I knew I should listen, but my head, I got scarred from the stitches. How the hell I put trust in these bitches? I play with that fire and got burnt in the kitchen. In disguise, your love ain't genuine. All you had to do say you weren't feeling it. Kinda figure I knew by the chemistry. Wasting my time, that shit really killing me. Feel like I be dying inside whenever I'm giving my love to the enemy. I'm facing my fears, I channel my spirit. I had to go deal with that mentally. I'm using my chakras. I summon my entity. I'm lighting the sage. Had to restore all my energy. I done came this far. I feel like I'm heaven sent. What is a heart? I think that I'm missing it. I went on a spiritual journey. I cut off some friends I thought that was close to me. Meditating my mind. I'm lighting the sage and searching for higher peace. Cut the ties to my soul. The baggage is gone. I feel like I'm finally free. Feel like I'm finally free. Protecting my energy. And I don't even stress no more. Accepted the facts. Sometimes I overthink. We live and we learn. Try not to get burned. I'm wondering who really for a G. Hope Shayla stay silent. Hold me down.
Alright. We back.
Protecting my energy.
I like that song, man.
I appreciate it,
Great song, man.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go run them streams up.
Definitely, man. Yeah, you did a great job, man. You do interviews a lot.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't saying I'm the best podcaster in the city. I don't know. I don't get into all that, but I do take what I do, very seriously, and I try to approach it that way. So every time we talk about, mind you, I don't have no notes on me. I ain't right. I just going off my memory.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, what I do is when I'm going to interview somebody, I kind of interviewed him all day in my head. So I played this over all day. Even when I thought you were gonna cancel, you said I ain't had no haircut. I said this nigga a rapper, man.
Yeah, nah.
This nigga's a rapper, man.
But look, I said, nah, I ain't canceling though. Cause I told you, I've been up. I still up. I'm going on, probably about to go on 48 hours being up.
Oh, you out of pocket. I'm about to.
Well, man, I got a show coming up, man. It just when you chasing the dream, man, you got.
Oh, I know.
It's just.
I was in it till 1:30 last night in the morning.
Oh yeah, what? Editing.
Just doing whatever, bro. Just making content just in case I can't make content later on.
Gotcha.
Just holding it. I'll hold this for a little bit.
So if you busy, something come up,
just drop it out. I got videos on my phone of clips I can just put on reels. You'll think I just did it. Just whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. So, but this was dope. One thing I can say about this, like, and with rappers, it's always tough. You don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna mind. I said, look, we do about 45 minutes, 55 minutes. You know what I'm saying? At about the 11-minute mark, I said, no, it's gonna be an hour and 30. I can already tell.
Yeah.
I don't typically go over 2. I think that's a little too much. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I feel you.
90 is cool, but I think your story is amazing. I think your story is great. And I think that people going to hear this and want to listen to your music. What I'll do is you'll send me any links you want to send me, like text it to me, and I'll put in the description so that, and I'll clip this up too. There's some clips I'm going to put out. I think you spoke well for the most part. I said for the most part, but I don't remember a time where you didn't speak well.
Yeah.
And then
I think it was
our environment. I'll let you. Nah, not really. I ain't seen not one. I think we did.
Okay.
And then we joked. So anything that you said that I feel like somebody would question, I kind of questioned it for you.
Yeah. In
our joking way because of the rapport we have. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it was, man. But yeah, you did great, bro. You got me a shirt. Come on, you don't bring shirts no more, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
one steps ahead.
Hey, 10 steps ahead, man. Protect your energy, protect mine too, man. But we gonna get up out of here. This was dope. I think that you gonna do great things. I've been telling people this year. I think this year a lot of people that I know are just gonna blow at something they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think with the route you're taking, especially if you got more music like you got, like the music you're putting out, if you got more music like the music you've been putting out, and you're gonna be consistent with it, and you got your rollout and your manager and your team that you have, and y'all execute the right way, I don't see why not. Yeah. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But man, I just hope that you stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No more getting back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just positivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm
on business right now. Business minded right now. Like I said,
go inside your bubble.
Getting to the trucks, and I'm more so. Like I told you, my main focus is generational wealth, man. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah,
and you iced out. Show me what you got.
What you got? Diamond test?
Nah. I don't do all that. Nah. I know it's real. You from Atlanta? Nah, I'm playing. More than Podcast. We out, bro.
We out, man.